Hey, happy Wednesday. So it's sometimes so daggone embarrassing for me, right? I really can't use any other word but embarrassing. So June represents many things, but for me, it does represent National PTSD Awareness Month. So National PTSD Awareness Month is my relationship to the month of June because I do have PTSD and it's frustrating sometimes the limitations that come along with it. So granted, I manage it. Granted, I'm really good at knowing my body. Of course, you just never know sometimes when something's going to trigger you. So knowing how to have those coping skills in place, whether it's taking a moment and just being still, breathing, laying down, whatever, to cope with what I'm feeling at the moment, whether it's grounding techniques, just all these different things. But sometimes it does feel like embarrassing the limitations that come along with it for me. And it's unfair, right? It's super unfair, especially the extent of the PTSD that I have, because of course, for it to be religious trauma syndrome, the PTSD that I had just from being a survivor of domestic violence ended up triggering towards spiritual things. So I can't even read my Bible, right? If I wanted to. The New World Translation of the Holy Scriptures, nope, can't read it without having a panic attack. Learned from going to Indiana Wesleyan University that I can tolerate, for whatever reason, the English Standard Version Bible, but only in small chunks, right? So definitely it's challenging to have to live and to pivot like that, especially when you go, I didn't do anything wrong, I didn't cause this to happen to myself. It's unfair. I asked for help, but you just can't stay there, right? You accept it. You grieve, right? You get to the point of accepting the situation and then trying to live your best life. So I'm in definitely that reclamation part of my life, and still deconstructing different things, but definitely looking forward to all the beautiful things that my life will bring about. But yet, in fact, it's still just kind of embarrassing to deal with some of the limitations that come from PTSD. I'm gonna explain just a few. So, hey, if you didn't know, I am Myra Cassidy, empowerment coach, religious trauma specialist, writer, actress, and you're watching Sisters Living with Religious Trauma Syndrome. What is this about? This is about me trying to raise awareness to a very important, historically underprivileged, underserved field, and that is of religious trauma and religious trauma syndrome, because I have it. I am a coach. I am not a therapist, and I do not represent the Worldwide Association of Jehovah's Witnesses. And yes, it's super confusing. I know. I am an active witness. I worship at home. I don't go to the hall because I get triggered, as I mentioned before. And that's how I found what works for me. There's all different pathways, and I always am big about people exit, many of them, because they don't have a choice. And because guess what? The people in the religion did it. That's why they became ex-witnesses. Okay, so for some people, right? So I'm very big about just saying that I coach, people of all different, the different pathways, right? But I will say that right now I'm definitely focusing on those sisters who are in that inactive state. Inactive state, active is getting ready to trigger, to try to give support, right? And to help individuals through that. Because with everything that I can been through, being inactive is worse than being disfellowship. I'm telling you right now. But long story short, what I want to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate that, and it helps me out a whole lot. But when I talk about some of the things that's very embarrassing, it's definitely the limitations, especially when my children see those limitations, because as mama always has to go, and you hate for your children to see, quote unquote, your weaknesses like that, or to see you in a vulnerable state. So one thing that I'm thinking about right now is the fact that it's gotten a whole lot better, right? But it used to be when literally every day when I would sit at my computer to work, my hands would shake, just like it would shake for a few moments until it stopped. And all that comes from the fact that the very last time I had it with my ex and he abused me, literally I had to, the police came, blah, 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 but I literally had to go to work that night. So I'm pretty sure that's that's in my brain, the connection. It's taken a long time. I'm telling you. And that's another reason why religious trauma therapists are so daggone important and necessary. And maybe for that one specific thing, it could have been more of a trauma-informed therapist, but I did not have success finding what I needed. So I had to just learn to let it take its course, But unfortunately, recently, it started to happen again. Just however, if I'm too stressed out, not managing well, whatever, kind of, sometimes things just happen in your body. And my daughter saw it and she was like, Mom, is it still happening? And you just feel so bad because you're like, no, baby, it's fine. Every once in a while it comes back. It's okay. You don't have to worry. And that's the part that I'm talking about that really causes me embarrassment, is the fact that, I don't want my children worrying about me. No, I got it, guys. I got it. But, kids do, because you're mom. So I feel like I spend so much time helping my children to understand that I'm okay. It's okay. Mama's pretty tough now. It's okay. I'm trying to get y'all together, right? And I'm trying to tell them this is why mindfulness is so important, and we have to talk out our feelings and heal, because I don't want you guys to get PTSD. And because, yes, children can develop post-traumatic stress disorder from living in homes of domestic violence and religious trauma. It don't have to be they lived in a home of domestic violence. It can just simply be from the religious trauma, which is why it's so important that people listen. So please come on out. If you're in Indianapolis, Indiana, please come on out and support my event, June 17th. Recovering from religious trauma through theater at the Phoenix Theater. Come on out, register. I got the information in the comments below. Let's talk about this. It's very, very important field, and this is a really, really important initiative that I'm trying to raise awareness too, and I would really, really appreciate the support. So hey, if you're local, or even if you feel like coming on down from a nearby city, come on, register. Happy Wednesday. Have a good one. See you Sunday. Thanks so much.